Hey everyone, welcome back to the Game Den UK channel. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. It would be lovely to have you here. Today's video is a little bit different. We wanted to play some games that would allow us to upload more frequently, so we thought we'd have a go at creating a brand new farm on the app Hay Day and have a little series showing the gameplay. So this is a bit different from the Minecraft videos that you're used to seeing, but as it's an iOS game, it's actually quite easy to screen record and upload this more frequently. We thought it'd just be fun to have a bit of variety on the channel. So as you can see, this is us just playing through the tutorial at the beginning. It's telling us how to multiply crops and, paint our barn and silo and stuff. We've played this game before in real life, and we've got quite far in it because it's kind of just a nice game to play when you've got really nothing else to do, and as it's lockdown we all don't really have a lot to do. This is quite different from when we first played the game. We've played this game for a couple of years now, just kind of on the family iPad, and I wanted to see whether they'd improved the tutorials or added anything different for kind of beginner levels. Definitely as you get to a higher level and unlock more stuff, it becomes way more expensive and just more difficult to level up, which made it quite difficult to play because you felt like you were always stuck at one level. As you can see, we earn coins, and there's also diamonds which you use to kind of speed up processes and use it to pay for extras, and there are in-app purchases, so you can use real money to kind of buy other things. But I know definitely when we first started this game, we all kind of used our diamonds to speed stuff up, and we didn't save them for stuff later on. And it was kind of urging us to, oh well, you could always buy more diamonds. So we thought we'd kind of play again with our newfound knowledge and see what happens. So we did start recording this back in January. We kind of just wanted to record a couple of episodes before we decided whether it was worth putting on the channel or not. But actually, kind of whilst playing this, we've had a look to see what the kind of interest was on Hay Day, and there are actually quite a few channels that do kind of Hay Day hack videos and everything, but they're already on well-established farms. And as a new player, I find that kind of reading through the comments, a lot of the new players are like, well, how did you get to that point? So we thought we'd try again from the beginning and see whether we learn anything along the way that we could share with you guys. Again, this might not be of any interest to any of you, but we just quite like to put some different content on here, and this is such an easy game to play and also film. Plus there's actually later on some quite cute animals. I know I'm really excited to unlock the bunnies because the little animations that they have for those bunnies are so cute. So kind of what's been happening while I've been talking is we're already level 3, as you can see. The number of experience that you need to level up is not high at all. This is kind of showing the different elements of the game, the fact that there's kind of these villagers that come and ask you for anything that you might have. They might ask for crops or building materials. They're usually quite stingy though, and you do later unlock a shop which you can advertise in the little newspaper, and you get way more by selling stuff on there rather through them. But as you can see, it's super easy to level up. It's asking us to plant these new feeding mills, and it's giving us the experience that we need to level up almost immediately. It's all very basic at this point. I think it's to kind of draw you in and show you how easy it is to level up, but definitely as you get higher into levels, it's not that easy. We've now unlocked the truck, which is quite interesting. You can complete orders on this little little notice board, I guess, and it gives us experience and money, and you can also ask for help for other players if you can't fulfill it, or you're not at a high enough level to get something. So for example, you can unlock later on jumpers and all of these things using sheep wool or whatever, but you might not have had enough money to buy those yet. So you could ask for help on that, and another player could come and fill in that order for you. So obviously they would get the money, but it would clear off your board. this is quite a nice little animation that they now kind of added things where in the first couple of tutorial levels they show like, oh look, the people that you gave stuff to are sending you thank you notes or all of this stuff, so it's quite sweet. The layout of these videos might be a bit different. We might kind of do some talk along videos like this where we talk about the gameplay, hints and tricks that we've learned along the way, or we maybe even time-lapse some things in some cases. This is kind of just an overview of what the farm looks like at the moment. Later levels you can expand because they offer more and more machinery and you need the space for it. The mistake I felt like I made when I first started my farm was I got given all of the axes and saws to cut down all of the trees, and I just, kind of went to town and cut down all the trees, and then the farm looked really empty and I was like, oh, I kind of wish I hadn't cut down all the trees. And sneakily, they've added it that you can kind of purchase the trees to add back into the game. So that's why the farm kind of looks quite crowded at the moment. Firstly because I'm only on level 4 and I don't have enough supplies to get rid of quite a lot of it, but I don't think I'll be clearing the space until I really need to, because I don't know, I just don't like how empty my personal farm that I play on looks like. I don't know, it was a bit of a regret for me. Here it kind of, if you log in using a Supercell ID, you get decorations and everything. It's kind of always trying to get you to register an account with them so it can save your progress and everything. Completely optional, but it gives you a snazzy statue to kind of say thank you. Another thing about this is pretty much every time that they do an update, they'll give you 10 diamonds as a kind of thank you for doing the update. So the diamonds aren't too hard to come by, which is quite nice again, because obviously in some cases people do use the diamonds to speed up a lot of the stuff, as it is a real-time game, so it takes real time to complete each kind of task or building, production, whatever. I personally just wait it out. I think there's no need to speed processes up. It's just, don't spend that much time on it. You can set things up to make stuff and then just kind of leave it. It's a game that you can just hop on and hop off quite regularly. There's no kind of obligation to be on it for hours. You can play it for 5 minutes, you can play it for 5 hours. It's just a really nice, simple game. A couple of things that you can unlock later are neighbourhoods where you can join with other players, and things like boats and tasks and events happen. You kind of contribute as a big Hay Day community. It's quite sweet. Here I am just filling in some truck orders to try and level up, and I'm waiting for my truck because I filled in the orders and it takes forever to come back. I remember being really happy that we were getting so many fields at the start, because those fields are everything. You should always have something planted at all time, because that is where you make your money. And as you get to higher levels, it's more that you get 3 fields every 6 levels rather than 3 fields every level. Again, I've already said this was filmed in January, so it's currently got the winter theme on it, but as it's summertime now, there are now summer themes. So I don't know if you can see, but the little chickens are actually, I'm showing you these. You get given these chests, and sometimes you have to unlock them with diamonds, but you can just exit them. But I'd say maybe it's about 50-50, as sometimes you can just open them and get storage things for free. So as you can see there, I need a certain number of building materials in order to upgrade the storage space in my silo and my barn. But as I was saying, the little chickens are currently wearing like little ear mufflers, and I thought they were wearing scarves, but maybe that's the other animals that wear scarves. And then in the summer edition, for example, they wear sunglasses. It's still quite sweet. It's just a nice little animated game that there's no real pressure to do anything. There's definitely tasks and goals to meet, but it's not a kind of high intensity game. It's kind of something you'd play just because, why not? So here's me showing the time that it takes. These are the things you can unlock. So the Ridestone shop will open at level 7, which is where I can sell things. You can participate in events from level 9 onwards and unlock awards, and that's the kind of the community aspect I was talking about. There's also all these kind of higher things like the valley and helpers and the boat and the fishing area and all of these things. There are quite a lot of aspects to this game, but it keeps it interesting and kind of keeps you motivated to level up. I'm just kind of harvesting crops to fill orders and level up, so the more interesting stuff happens. Should hopefully level up with this next truck. Yeah, okay. So I've unlocked cows, which is great because milk always sells for loads and is also needed for pretty much all of the products. You can use the milk to make cheese and cream and everything. So here I am buying the cow pasture, and then the cows as well. Yeah, so they're only 50 coins, which isn't bad. So I'm just doing that, feeding them. So as you can see, I've just bought cows. When I have enough money, I can buy dairy from the shop. Yeah, you need each animal to, the chickens make eggs and you can use the eggs and things. The cows make milk and you can buy a dairy farm that makes like cream and butter and cheese, and it all uses a certain number of milk. Obviously, the higher you level up, the more expensive things are. So these cows are costing me 50 coins each, but I know for a fact that at a later date, when you start unlocking the pigs and the sheep and the goat, I think when you get to you get kind of a certain number of, so I can have 5 chickens and 5 cows currently, but when you get to a higher level, you need more milk, more eggs, because it's the basis of pretty much all of the products, and it's more like 2,500 coins per animal, which obviously quite a big jump. So again, I think the marketing is quite clever in the fact that things kind of are quite cheap at the beginning to kind of get you invested and kind of see how simple the gameplay is. But I mean, as you can see, it costs 2 diamonds to speed up some chickens to make eggs, and also I'm not quite sure what just production building I've put down, but it was something like you can use 16 diamonds to speed up the time, or you can just wait the time to have it made. But yeah, this was kind of just a quick-ish video introduction into Hay Day. Don't worry if it's not your cup of tea. We will be also posting the Minecraft videos as usual, and hopefully some more other gaming content soon. But as we said, we just wanted something to kind of fill in the gap between uploads so there's not a big wait. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Bye everybody.